and promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. One step closer. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
Guess it's true, I'm not good at a one-night stand, but I still need love, 'cause I'm just a man. These nights never seem to go to plan. I don't want you to leave, will you hold my hand? Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This self-control. And deep down I know this never works, but you can lay with me so it doesn't hurt. Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see, but darling, stay with me. Won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see, but darling, stay with me. Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're
Now I can start. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We've gathered here today to witness and to celebrate the marriage of Nichola and Chris. On this, their special day, they have chosen to share their love for each other with all their family and friends. So therefore, on behalf of the happy couple, I wish to thank you all for coming here today from near and far, especially Chris's family coming from Texas, family and friends from all across Scotland, and let's not forget all the locals either. Chris and Nichola really appreciate that you could all make it, and I'm sure you will all agree with me that it's been so well worth it, especially after waiting almost 10 years.
You only get one chance, so.
And just look at this view. And I'm not talking about this fabulous venue, it's obvious. I'm talking about our bride today. Isn't she just beautiful? Let's not forget Chris, handsome as ever. So, may I ask, who gives this beautiful bride to be married today?
Graham.
And let's not leave Mr. Groom out. Who gives this handsome young man to be married today?
We do.
Thank you very much. Now, I'd like to begin the ceremony by inviting the best man and the maid of honour to come up and light the first of our unity candles. And they have been asked to do this as Nichola and Chris wish to acknowledge just how important family and friends are to them, and as an opportunity to say a great big fat thank you for everything they've done for them. So, may I ask you just to light the tall ones, thank you, from the candles there. And Nichola and Chris, will you please take these candles, and as you join together the flames to light your own unity candle, and this will represent that you recognise that your lives, separate until now, will soon become one. And as the flame of this one candle cannot be divided, neither shall your lives. May the brightness of this candle shine throughout your lives, giving you courage and reassurance in the darkness. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done. So family and friends, before you came in here today, you will have noticed, or when you came in here, you will have noticed a pen and a wish tag on your chairs. Sometime during the ceremony, can you write your name on one side and a wish, message, or even some marital advice for our happy couple on the other, and we'll collect them when we're doing the signing to be hung on the wishing tree. Thank you. Chris and Nichola, marriage is not the domination of one or the other, but exists for the benefit of you both. We believe that marriage should be based on respect. Respect for yourselves and respect for each other. And this will enable the bond between you to grow even stronger and is an excellent foundation to build your marriage upon. A marriage which is based on respect will enable you both to share your hopes, your dreams, and your memories, and to help each other through your uncertainties too. It demands honesty and courage from each of you. The courage to be open, courage to grow and change. It also requires closeness and distance. Closeness for you to grow together as a couple, and enough distance for each partner to remain an individual. Thank you. Family and friends, before we came here today, I asked Nichola and Chris to email me 5 things they loved about each other. Now, neither knows what the other has said, but I'd like to share them with you now. And I'll start with Nichola's.
That's something good.
And she said, my 5 things I love about Chris. Number 1, Chris makes me laugh. He somehow has the ability to make me smile, even after I've had a bad day, or when he is trying to get out of my bad books.
That's true.
He is always there to help, support, and believe in me and others. He has a way with words and could speak about anything and make it sound good. Brackets. He could speak for Scotland. Let's just hope this isn't the case when it comes to the speeches. Number 3, Chris is kind, caring, and generous. His family and friends mean a lot to him, and he puts his family before himself, and he looks after me. I've had many cups of tea brought to me without even having to ask. I have him well trained. Number 4. I have never met anyone as ambitious, motivated and passionate about their career, and I am very proud of him, even if I don't entirely understand what his job entails. And last but not least, she writes, today I feel very lucky to be marrying my best friend. Oh, that was lovely. Oh, why not? And now for Chris's. No pressure here.
Oh,
When I first met Nichola, I thought she was beautiful. And today confirms that I am clearly punching well above my weight. I am absolutely delighted. She provides me with many moments of inspiration. However, some way and somehow, I think she manages to get me to agree with her. In other words, she has mastered the art of powerful persuasion. She employs many tactics to keep my feet on the ground and keep me level-headed, although anyone who knows me will agree that this is no mean feat. Number 4, she has a soft spot for vertically challenged. Continue. She has a soft spot for vertically challenged, yet absolutely hilarious men with great accent. Number 5. She doesn't take life too seriously and keeps an open mind for whatever will be, will be. So in the words of Billy Joel in one of my favourite songs, I said I love you, and that's forever, and this I promise from the heart. I couldn't love you any better.
Oh, I don't know that stuff.
He loves you just the way you are.
That's my favourite song.
So family and friends, marriage is not suddenly going to change either Nichola or Chris or the things they love most about each other. And it's this knowing and respecting what each other needs to be happy, being willing to provide it, is what makes them the perfect couple and is what will make your marriage blossom. So Nichola and Chris, these are the qualities you treasure most about each other, and remind yourselves of them each and every day. A successful relationship takes more than just love. Thank you. Now, I'd like to invite Chris's Auntie Pat from Texas to come forward and read the passage she has chosen for our happy couple today. Chris and Nichola have asked her to do it, as she is Chris's godmother, always demonstrated that you can be 1,000 miles apart and still remain close as a family. Auntie Pat, come on. Thank you.
A reading from Colossians verse 3. As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Bear with one another, and if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other. Just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you always must forgive. Above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in the one body. And be thankful. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. Teach and admonish one another in all wisdom. And with gratitude in your hearts, Sing psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs to God. And whatever you do, in one word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Thank you very much. Would you like to face each other and join hands? Should I take those? I shall pass them over to you. This bridesmaid. They're gorgeous.
These are the hands of your best friend, full of love for you, holding yours on your wedding day. And these are the hands that will passionately love and cherish you throughout the years, hold you for comfort, and wipe tears from your eyes. And these are the hands that will scratch your back when you have an itch that you can't reach. And these are the hands that will high-five when a plan comes together. And I think you deserve a high 10 for organising everything today. And these are the hands that will help decorate the Christmas tree. Well, Nicholas will. Chris just tends to point and supervise. These are the hands that at times will want to strangle you. But remember, making up is so much more fun. And these are the hands that will push Nichola back over to her own side of the bed. These are the hands that will text just to say hello when you've been missed throughout the day, or reach for the phone just to hear your voice. And these are the hands that will catch you when you fall, push you when needed, and applaud all your achievements. And these are the hands that will tenderly hold, love, and support your children. Hint, hint. Big hints, but not quite yet. And these are the hands that, even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, with open hearts and full disclosure, Chris and Nichola have come here today to pledge their marriage to one another. And by making this commitment today, your relationship will develop, become stronger and deeper without erasing the differences that complement it. So Chris, sharing with Nichola a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, do you promise to stand by her through all your tomorrows, respecting her as a person, her needs, her changes, and enjoying her love through all your life together?
I do.
Thank you. And Nichola, sharing a life with Chris, a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, do you promise to stand by him through all your tomorrows, respecting him as a person, his needs, his changes, and enjoying his love throughout your life together? I do. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, before we hear Nichola and Chris exchange their wedding vows, I'd like to ask if anyone here knows of any lawful impediment or any just cause why this couple should not be married today. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I didn't think so. Everyone here knows just how perfect you are together. The symbolic vows you were about to make are a way of saying to each other, you know, all the things we've promised and hoped and dreamed of? Well, I meant every word. Please look at each other and remember this moment in time, because before this moment you have been so many things to each other: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, accomplice, and even teacher, because you have learned so much from one another in all the time you have been together. And after this ceremony today, your lives will take on a new dimension, and you can say to the world with so much pride that this is my husband and this is my wife. So Chris, will you now make your vows to Nichola in presence of your family and friends and repeat after me? I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present
To witness that I, Christopher John Gordon,
to witness that I, Christopher John Gordon,
take you, Nichola Louise Penman,
take you, Nichola Louise Penman,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love, respect and cherish,
to love, respect and cherish,
so long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
Thank you. And now, Nichola, will you please make your vows after me in presence of your family and friends? I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Nichola Louise Penman,
to witness that I, Nichola Louise Penman,
take you, Christopher John Gordon,
take you, Christopher John Gordon,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love, respect and cherish,
to love, respect and cherish,
so long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
Thank you very much. Now, I'd like to invite Nicola's Uncle John to come and do the reading that he has chosen for our bride and groom today. And they've asked him to do this as a representative of Nicola's family, as he also demonstrates the importance of close family ties. Thank you, sir.
This is a traditional Native American wedding blessing, which I think is relevant for a wedding today. So, now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be a companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is one life for both of you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion and your days together be good and long upon the earth. Treat yourselves and each other with respect and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustration, difficulties and fear assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, remember to focus on what is right between you, not only the part which seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight. So finally, blessings to you both, from everyone here today, and from those in your heart, never far away.
Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who wish, do you kindly join me in prayer for Nichola and Chris. Dear God, may the love which brought Chris and Nichola together continue to grow and enrich their lives, bringing peace and inspiration to each of them and to those who know them. O Lord, may their marriage be one of ever-growing depth, meaning and perfection because of the love and respect which they give to one another in the life they share. And this we ask in your name. Amen. It only seems like yesterday that Nichola and Chris were donning their 6th year blazers at Carluke High School, and my goodness, what a long way they have come since then. Their prom marked the start of the relationship, and it's certainly fair to say that this was the start of something great, and little did they think that they would be where they are today. Now it's obvious their families mean everything to them, and this have certainly been the inspirations to help carve out who they have become and whom they look to aspire to be more like. They say they have been incredibly fortunate to still have the same friends as their school days and equally new lifelong friends gathered along the way. From university days in Edinburgh to a hard day's work in Aberdeen, from working in the USA and to appearing in an Ant and Dec show live, and from the Egyptian pyramids to the Mexican Riviera Maya, they've certainly had some great memories to date, and those are only the beginning, and the rest begins today, and we can't wait to get the future well on the way. Well, I think they've long served their apprenticeship, and we should just hurry up and get them married. Wedding rings serve as a symbol of the vows you have just made. They are an outward, invisible sign of an inward and invisible love which binds your lives together. And as rings are without edge or seam, having no beginning and no end, so they symbolize the perfection of your love, which also knows no end. Thank you. So Chris, will you please take this ring for Nichola? And as you place it on the fourth finger of her left hand, will you make your pledge to her by repeating after me? Nichola, with this ring I wed you.
Nichola, with this ring I wed you.
With my body I honour you.
With my body I honour you.
And all my worldly goods
And all my worldly goods
I share with you.
I share with you.
Please wear it as a symbol
Please wear it as a symbol
of my love for you.
of my love for you.
And Nichola, will you please take this ring for Chris? And as you place it on the fourth finger of his left hand, will you make your pledge to him by repeating after me? Chris, with this ring I wed you.
Chris, with this ring I wed you.
With my body I honour you.
With my body I honour you.
And all my worldly goods
And all my worldly goods
I share with you.
I share with you.
Please wear it as a symbol
Please wear it as a symbol
of my love for you.
of my love for you.
Thank you. Family and friends, Chris and Nichola have chosen to seal their marriage with the ancient Scottish tradition of drinking from a quaich. Drinking from a quaich, as I said, ancient Scottish tradition that dates way back to the 16th century, and one was even used to seal the marriage of King James VI of Scotland to Queen Anne of Denmark. Way back in those days, it was meant to symbolise just trust between two people, as it was offered with both hands, received with both hands. Over the centuries, it has evolved to symbolise love, trust and respect, and by drinking from it, sealing the bond and the marriage between a couple. And today, it symbolises all of the above, together with the pledges you have made to each other, to share together the fullness of your life. And as you drink from it, you will acknowledge that your lives, separate until this moment, will soon become one. And this quaich will now become your family heirloom and the start of your own family tradition, which can be used at milestones throughout your lives and the generations that follow. Baby naming ceremonies, and when your children and grandchildren get married, just think how proud they will be to hold and drink from the same quaich that you're going to drink from today. So Chris's dad, will you please have the honour of passing this quaich to Chris and Nichola? And Nichola and Chris, will you please take it in both hands? Can you just come round this side and have a quick pose with them? Would you like to hold it as well? I don't know.
Eh?
Just hold it. Yeah. Thank you very much. You sit down. Hang on. And you drink to the love and the memories you have shared together. Would you like to hold on to it as well? Your first meeting, your first kiss, and your first I love you. And drink to the love and the memories you are creating now. The nerves, the excitement, and the joy that this moment has finally arrived. And lastly, you will drink to the love that you will share in your future together, who knows what that will bring. Nichola, would you like to go first, please?
Oh gosh. That's too stupid.
Lovely.
And as you have shared this quay, so you may share your lives together. Nichola and Chris, you have fulfilled the formalities required by custom and law to establish a relationship of marriage. You have expressed the love and respect you have for each other and signified your intentions for your future life together. During this time together, remember the earnestness and the sincerity of the vows you have just made to each other, and this will help the love that we have all witnessed between you today grow even stronger, and is what will make your marriage thrive. So Chris and Nichola, before your family and friends, it gives me so much pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife, and Chris, each me kiss your beautiful bride. Woo! So family and friends, to conclude this ceremony, I call upon the designated witnesses to come forward to sign the marriage schedule. And as we're doing this, and while Mr. and Mrs. Gordon are having some photographs taken, I'm going to ask our bridesmaids if they will collect all the messages and wishes that you've already written, and we'll hang them in the tree later. Thank you. Mrs. Gordon! Blue and pen. No, you're just absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Could you please sign just your usual signature there? And to see yeah, doesn't matter. This is why I've got this one here. Concentration. And get the scent back to me if I do it absolutely properly. privileges and pleasures presenting to you the new Mr. and Mrs. Gordon. Thank you.
We're late to bed, we're early to rise. Wipe the sleep from our eyes. We head to work, we catch a lift. We have a smoke and we start the shift. We open up, we start to wake. Maybe it's gonna be our day. And suddenly, we start to smile. The sun is out for a while. And you may see this place and find no worth, but it's our little piece of heaven here on earth. Yeah, we always have a good time, whether it's hell, rain, or in sunshine. Yeah, we're all living that good life, whether it's hell, rain, or in sunshine. We reached the top, we took the fall, but we laughed through it all. 'Cause dreaming of them better days has always been our way. And you may see my friends and find no worth, but no, I'd never go and change them for the world. Yeah, we always have a good time, whether it's hell, rain, or in sunshine. Yeah, we're all living that good life, whether it's hell, rain, or in sunshine. Come on. Yeah, we always have a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Shield Hill Castle. Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to all put your hands together and welcome to the room, the bridal party. And now, ladies and gentlemen, can you all please be upstanding and welcome to the room, the new Mr. and Mrs. Gordon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the bride will now offer the piper a wee drum. Hey! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you have your attention, please, it's now time for the speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome the father of the bride, Graham Penman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been looking forward to this all afternoon. As father of the bride, I have the pleasure of having to make the first speech. First of all, on behalf of the bride's mother, Susan, myself, Graham, and the groom's mother and father, Margaret and Stuart, I'd like to give a warm welcome to both sets of families and friends who have joined us today to celebrate Nichola's and Chris's wedding. I know some of you have travelled a long way to be with us today, places such as Lark Hall, Motherwell, Aberdeen, and just a wee bit further across the Atlantic, America. So a special welcome to all the travellers amongst us. But I forgot about Morningside as well. Morningside especially.
Cheers, Graham. Cheers, Graham.
I don't know.
It means.
Now, how do I feel about today so far? How stunning is our Nichola? It made me feel very proud to lead her down the aisle. I'm just glad I didn't trip over her dress and embarrass her, especially as I'm a true Scotsman today. Pressure off. Talking about embarrassing. Well, I remember when our Nichola was a wee girl going to school, and I went along to watch her compete in the school sports. Nichola was lining up for the sprint race, and I was there as a support, and expected to be saying things like, hard luck. Nearly hard luck there. You did your best. Maybe next year, etc, etc. Anyway, the gun was fired, and surprisingly Nichola got off to a flyer. She had spread-eagled the field and left everyone in her wake, and suddenly I was out of my seat at the back of the rest of the parents, and battled my way to the front shouting, "On you go, Nichola!" Then, with just a few yards from the winning line, Nichola caught sight of the finishing rope, which she thought she was going to garrote herself with, and stopped suddenly. Everyone ran past her. So I was back to the original plan. Hard luck, Nichola. Maybe next year. You did your best. How did I really feel? I'm never ever going to reveal that. To be quite honest, I find it really difficult to think of Nichola's other embarrassing moments. But I remember a time when Nichola, Emma and Laura were into the Spice Girls. They dressed up and each had the turn of miming the Spice Girls song, which was recorded onto video. They really did strut their stuff for the video, and Nichola and Laura, who were 2 years older than Emma, were quite aggressive with Emma as she tried to get into the video by dancing and prancing in the background as they were filming, and they would push Emma out of the way as they did not want their solo performance wasted by a wee ditty. Looking back at these performances is hilarious. Unfortunately, videos now are obsolete. But surprise, surprise, Shield Hill Castle has still got a Betamax video player, which still works. And if our guests wish to see it, I'll play it now. What do you think? Right, we'll go and get it. Okay. Anyway, her mum and I are both very proud of how Nichola and Emma have grown up, and we are both delighted that she has found someone who she obviously loves and cares for. We are both delighted to welcome Chris into our family, especially as he just makes himself at home and drinks all my beer and juice and eats all my chocolate from the fridge when he visits. I'm sure Chris will make a good son-in-law and eventually will replace the beer, the juice and the chocolate, which he has consumed through the years. Joking aside, Chris is intelligent, allegedly, hard-working, so he tells me, and a good communicator. You'll find that out in a few minutes. And he has the agility to stand in a moving subway train, hands-free, without falling over, and with a blow-up sheep in his mouth. What balance he has! Chris, welcome to our family. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day. So, without further ado, it is now my pleasure to propose a toast to the happy couple. Please be upstanding. And raise your glasses. To the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Gordon. Thank you. Over to you, Steve. Sorry, over to you, Chris, sorry. Anyway, pass it to Chris. Thank you, pass it.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Graham, for such sincere and heartfelt words. Now you can watch me live up to the nickname you gave me of Edgeways, where for the next half an hour you will not be getting a word in. 10 years ago, on this day, Tiger Woods won the Golf Masters with a score of 276. Today, on the 10th of April 2015, you are all about to witness another event that will go down in history, as this is the very first and last time that Nichola is going to let me speak on behalf of her. Because there's very good reasons for that. So, without further ado, it gives me the greatest pleasure to say, on behalf of my wife and I, thank you all so much for being able to be here today. We have been truly overwhelmed with all the kind wishes, messages and gifts we have received, and we are incredibly grateful for those. Thank you all for coming out to Shield Hill Castle today, and I'm sure you'll all agree it's a lovely venue. And if the weather's got anything to say, the sun certainly does shine in the righteous. It was here that we became engaged last year, so we felt it only fitting that we look no further and have a big day here. We appreciate that some of you have taken time off to be here today on a Friday, apart from those motley crew of teachers who are all here who are off anyway. But particularly those who have came a great distance to travel. And my special mention goes to my Auntie Pat, cousin Nichola, and Brandon, her new fiancé, as of Sunday. So guys, can you please stand up and tell everybody who you are? Thank you. And I'd like you all to give them a round of applause and congratulate them, please. Thank you. You better be thinking about having it in Mexico. That's all I'm saying. So unfortunately, it's not been possible to have everyone we love here today, including those unable to be here, and sadly, those no longer with us. But we know they're here in spirit, and they're not only in our thoughts today, but more importantly, they're in our hearts. So with them in mind, would you please stand, raise your glasses, and join me in a toast to absent friends and family. Absent friends and family. You may all be seated. I've only got started, and I'll tell you Edgeways, come on now. We would like to thank our parents, Margaret, Stuart, Susan and Graham, as we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for them. Literally. We would like to thank them for all the love and support over the years. We both know we haven't always made it easy for them, but through the trials and tribulations of wedding planning, we knew we couldn't do it without them. I would like to thank Susan and Graham for welcoming me into their home and letting me get them out of house and home. And for doing such a fantastic job of bringing Nichola up to who she has become today. I'm sure she's made you both very proud. I would really like to thank my mum and dad, who should undoubtedly receive a medal for raising what my sisters Louise and Amy. Perma's golden boy. I don't know where they get that from, to be honest with you. They've always loved me and supported me through every stage of my life. From the days I've been likened to the Milky Bar kid, to today's James Corden doppelganger. So thank you, Mum and Dad, for all the love and guidance you've given me, and I hope I can make you as proud of me as I am of you both. So for both of our parents, we have a token of thanks, and Daniel can maybe help me with those.
Time's in the back.
He's helping with it now.
Well, I'm getting new golf clubs.
New golf clubs. Right, Mum.
Well, thanks very much. Thank you.
Another was for Susan.
Thank you. That's lovely. That's smashing. You're gorgeous. So, sorry, Graham, hitting you with this button.
I'll be sneezing.
So, you can remain seated, but if you could just raise a toast to our parents. Thanks very much. Our parents. And now on to the bridesmaids. Nichola hasn't been the only beautiful woman here today. We've also had 4 lovely bridesmaids: Lindsay, Emma, Kaylee and Debs. Thank you girls for all you've done. I'm getting a bit of feedback now. And for helping to keep Nichola calm this morning. I'm sure you never asked her once, are you sure you know what you're doing? So thank you very much to the bridesmaids. And a couple of ad hoc thanks as well. I'd like to thank my army of ushers, Mikey, Bradley, Lee and Alan, who have done a great job in looking after everyone, getting into the chapel and making sure everybody's looked after. And of course they've helped themselves to a couple of Swifters as well on the way. Thank you to everyone who played a part in planning our hen and stag do's. I've somehow managed to misplace Betsy the sheep. I was going to bring her today, but she's managed to... I've got plenty of company in Aberdeen when I go back with her, so it's no problem. But ultimately a special thanks go to everyone else who's helped make the planning of today a reality. So I'd like to take you back 10 years ago, to when Graham didn't have a single grey hair in his head and my dad played off scratch at golf.
No chance.
That's exactly how it happened. Nichola doesn't remember this, but we actually had an encounter several years before, when I did an intentional somersault whilst walking to school in front of her. But I don't think she's managed to see me because of my towering stature. So it wasn't till years later that one woman and one song would bring us together. Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 in her 6-year show, who a lot of people on here will remember, Starmania, which involved several people, and where I was somehow asked to be the gaffer in their 9 to 5 performance. Although I really think at that point Nichola was wishing it was Cher who could bring back time. As 6 year drew to a close, I had a massive milestone in my life. I had to ask a girl to the prom. To my luck and delight, Nichola obliged. An acceptance over MSN Messenger, of course. Just don't ask her about the life expectancy of corsages back then. So after becoming an item, almost 10 years have passed since that date, which I see different places in the world, so you'll probably have guessed the theme by now. We've lived and studied and worked in different cities, globe-trotted to many different destinations, and the most famous, of course, as you'll see our 2 new guests over by the cake, was an appearance in London, courtesy of Ant and Dec, who need no introduction, but have somehow managed to never lose second place on the most important list in Nichola's life. Apologies, Graham, third ain't bad. But to my bride now. As you can imagine, today has been the culmination of a tremendous amount of hard work, blood, sweat and tears from so many people involved in the lead up to today. Tell you something, there was neither blood spilled in my account when I asked for a Lord of the Rings wedding ring. Engraved in Elvish, 1 ring to rule them all. So I've settled with a smaller ring now anyway. The person in the room who I owe most thanks to is my new wife, Nichola. She has worked so hard for today and it shows. I still can't believe that such a wonderful, gorgeous woman chose to marry me. She looks absolutely stunning today, and I'm sure you'll all agree. So to my wife, my bride, my best friend, and my soulmate, thank you for everything you've done for making me the happiest man alive. I am extremely lucky to be the one marrying you, and I know this is the start of many, many, many happy years. So I'd like to, if you would all join me, in a final toast from me to the bride.
The bride. The bride. Are we up?
Half and half. I didn't get clear instructions there, sorry. So that is enough from me now. It gives me the greatest pleasure to hand over to my best man, Mr. Steve Morris. He has done a stellar job in the lead up to today in helping to organise the stag do along with Mr. Bruce Waddle and his regimental pub crawl. He's a guy I've known for quite a while, and for our first business presentation together at Heriot Watt, Steve decided to colour code as wearing lilac ties. Therefore, I felt it only fitting I returned the favour with a different shade of pink. Many people don't know that Steve lives in a parallel universe where he tells a lot of lies when he speaks. So, when he comes up with many fanciful stories about what he thinks happened in certain occasions. So I would do your best just to humour him, please. I'd now like to ask him to give the best man speech. So thank you all for listening to me today. I look forward to speaking to you all later on, and have a lovely meal. Thank you very much.
Well, off the back of that, the first thing I'd like to say is, well done on your speech, Chris. That, by your standards, there was no waffle in there at all, so well done. But yes, when I got asked to do the best man duties, I was very honoured. I was very honoured to be chosen by Chris, you know, to do the best man duties for his special day, and so a lot of effort, you know, not just on making the speech, Chris, but yeah, so there's a lot of parts in here that Chris might not remember, that hopefully he's forgotten, so what he might term as lies, I just term as his bad memory. So. But yeah, so being asked to be somebody's best man is like being called up for jury duty. You don't really want to do it, but you kind of have to. Basically, so you're made to dress snappy and pretend to be an upstanding member of the community for one day. The only difference is I didn't have a say in the life sentence handed out to Nichola earlier today. But yeah, I would like to thank the groom and the father of the bride for their very excellent speeches there. Chris, in fact, just said to me earlier today about he'd recently told me Nicola's credit card's actually been stolen today. So although he's decided he's not actually going to report this to the police because apparently the thieves are spending less on it than Nichola was. So, all those pairs of shoes, Nichola. So, and Chris also missed out one more toast as well. He'd also like to thank Barclaycard, for without whom this day wouldn't have happened. But yeah, so another part of the best man duties is obviously I had to take care of the rings today as well. But it's one of these facts about best man duties. It's not very well known. There's actually 4 rings you have to take care of. So first of all, the engagement ring, then there's the wedding ring, then there's the suffer ring, and then finally enduring.
Very good.
So good luck, Nichola. So Chris and Nichola as a couple, as I'm sure you all agree, are absolutely fantastic together and well suited to each other. So they are more or less the same height. See, I'm being kind to you now, Chris. Right? And more or less the same height. They're both always late for everything, as you probably noticed today. So they've both got the same taste in cheesy music.
As you'll see later.
So Chris will deny that, but yeah. And they both love Ant and Dec. Again, Chris. Yes.
Only because they gave me 5 Gs in a live show.
So, and it's really, really nice to see 2 best friends who've been childhood sweethearts, you know, go on to spend the rest of their life together and get married. And how much of a positive influence they really are on each other really shines through today as well, especially from Chris's cheesy speech there as well. So, and Nichola was saying as well, you know, that for her this is all like one fairy tale come true. You know, it's based around her favourite Disney film, Princess and the Frog. So, Chris thought I was going to say Beauty and the Beast there, but no.
That's a compliment.
But yeah, so when I was thinking about a theme for this speech as well, I thought there'd be nothing more appropriate than to do it in a school report theme. and I thought we'd do a wee school report on Chris, right? And I thought Nichola especially, and the many teachers throughout this room would appreciate that. So under various headings, we'll start off with attendance, right? One word, poor. So, throughout all my time at uni with Chris, he never made one 9 o'clock lecture. While all the time telling his lovely bride and all his friends and family that he attended every single one. But Chris, now is the time to come clean.
It's the end result that matters.
So yeah, attendance, fail. Uniform, I hope you'll agree Chris has scrubbed up quite well tonight, even if he has copied it out. So, but my fashion sense, Chris, you know, with choosing these lilac ties, you know, yeah. So
absolutely.
I'd like to take the credit for Chris's appearance tonight. Thank you. Uniform, so yeah, we'll give him a marginal pass for that. Sport and exercise. Non-existent. Another story that probably Chris's parents won't know is Chris had a gym membership at uni. Right? Chris had a gym membership that was roughly, and I'm prepared to be corrected around this, about £35 a month for a year at uni. Sorry, Nichola, £45 a month. Sorry, I've not done my research. And Chris's gym membership was used a grand total of 1 time over the course of the year, and I'd like to stress that was by his flatmate. So if Chris hadn't had that gym membership, instead of these wee whiskies, you would have had a full bottle on the table in front of you tonight. So sport and exercise, fail. So, arts and crafts, would work but won't. So geography, does well to find his way home, as evidenced by the stag do, walking round in the middle of Glasgow looking for George Square for a hotel. I'm on Google Maps going, Chris, it's this way. No, I know best. Google Maps is wrong, we're going that way. So yeah, I'm not sure how many hours it took us to get home to our hotel, but gradually I just end up going, Chris, you're going this way. Geography, fail. Home economics. Chris says his favourite food is a Caesar salad. It's actually a pie and chips with ice cream for dessert. Closely followed by Maltesers, but more on that later. So yeah, Chris's overall school report, there's just one final category, music. So as Chris mentioned before, so there's through stages in his life that Chris has thought he's looked a bit like Gary Barlow. You can maybe see a slight resemblance, but as he mentioned there before, James Corden is probably more appropriate. But yeah, moving on to more serious matters. I was luckily enough present to be here on the new year that Chris and Nichola got engaged as well. It was a fantastic evening. Chris and Nichola were dancing on the dance floor at the back, which you'll get to see later on. He was doing his finest dad dancing with the hands in the air like that. So I'm sure there was a wee bit of that going on as well. So, for anyone that doubts that as a moment of truth, I do actually still have the video on my phone, as I was showing some of the bridesmaids last night, I believe. So there is evidence to back that up. And like Graham, when that Betamax video recorder comes out later on, I'm sure we can sort that out, Graham. Yeah, so. But yeah, overall that night was a very special night. Chris kept his cards very close to his chest, and he wound Nichola up like nothing on earth that night. So, as standard really. And he was talking about how marriage is for losers, and 10 years, it might be 20 if I remember right. And he was going to make her wait, and and it had to be the right time, and it had to get the right situation. And then the next day, Nichola walked down with a wedding ring, an engagement ring on her finger, and the biggest smile on her face ever. So fair play to Chris. He played it as cool as a cucumber, and myself and Kaylee, who was there as well, we had no idea. And yeah, and he just popped the question. So, and made Nichola a very happy lady. So, congratulations to you both again.
Thank you.
But yeah, just to wind up, because I don't want this to go on too long. Else I'll start getting heckled by Bruce again. You know, he's 5-minute warning. So next pub. So yeah, I've just got a slight poem that I'd like to end my speech on, and just like to dedicate to Chris and Nichola. The perfect groom is a gentleman, never cruel or mean. He has a beautiful smile and keeps his face so clean. The perfect groom likes children and will raise them by your side, and be a good father and husband to his bride. The perfect groom loves cooking and cleaning and laundry too. He'll do anything in his power to show his love for you. The perfect groom is sweet, writing poetry from your name, the best friend to your family, and kisses away your pain. Never make you cry or hurt you in any way. And if this poem stands to be true, Chris, you really are gay.
Thank God it's not true.
Aye, get out clause. So on that final, I'd like to propose one last toast to the bride and groom, to say, so if you could all be upstanding, unlike Chris, I'll get this organised. So, to say, to Chris and Nichola, the bride and groom. And then for the final part of my speech, I'd just like to hand you over to Graham for one final message. Thank you.
Hi everyone again. It's just to say, as some folk will have noticed, we also have another special occasion today. A big sign up there. Is it 1 and 8? Poor Bradley has turned 18, and on behalf of all the family, I'd like to wish Bradley a very happy 18th birthday. And can everyone please refrain from buying him drink to last the first dance? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that now concludes the speeches. A round of applause please for Graham, Christopher and Steve.
Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Gordon in. You're right.
Look at the camera for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the first dance from Mr. and Mrs. Gordon. Mr. and Mrs. Gordon, if you'd like to make your way down to the dance floor. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could come and gather at the front of the tent as much as you can. Let's have a few of you on the dance floor as well.
Sorry.
Everybody, let's please be upstanding for the first dance. Please come and gather down on the dance floor as much as you can.
I think I want you more than want. I know I need you more than need. I wanna hold you more than hold. When you stood in front of me, I think you know me more than know. And you see me more than see. I could die now more than die. Every time you
plenty, please.
Sometimes words just ain't enough for this love that's more than love. Where I've seen you in jeans with no makeup on and I've stuck there and all the joy deep on the bone. This man's a man, so I've seen you in white, but I've never seen anything quite like you.
Hello. Hi Nichola and Chris, congratulations on your big day. I've thoroughly enjoyed being father of the bride. I hope I haven't embarrassed you. Thank you.
I just want to say congratulations and how extremely proud I am of both of you and how fabulous a day it's been, and congrats to everybody that put this together, the mums and dads. And we've had a fabulous time. Thanks for giving us this excuse. The only regret is that your Uncle Jokey wasn't here to share it with you, and Lauren, but they send their love to you, and here's to many celebrations to come, and here's to health, wealth and happiness to both of you. We love you. Congratulations.
Hi Chris and Nichola, just to say it's been a fantastic day so far and thoroughly enjoyed it. Very honoured again to be your best man. And Chris, I had a few more jokes that didn't make it into the speech, you know, like the one about first year at uni, you vibrated band, but I won't have any more on that story on camera. But yeah, just to say it's been a fantastic day, and I'm sure that the rest of the evening is going to be fantastic as well. To wish you a lifetime of happiness together, and thank you so much again for letting me be part of your special day. Cheers.
Chris, Nichola, I'm exactly the same as you, Chris. I can't get a word in edgeways either, so it's over to your mum.
Chris, Nichola, I'm so proud of both of you. It's been a great day, and it's been 10 happy years of sharing times together and watching the two of you succeed in all your hopes. I wish you the best for the future. Treasure your past, shape your future, and remember, be best friends always, and we'll be your best friends too. Thank you.
All the best.
No.
Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready, get steady, and then rumble. Everybody rumble. Drop the back. Drop the back.
No. Still nothing. Sorry, guys.
Hi, Nichola and Chris. We're so pleased to be part of such a special day.
It's been a glorious day so far. And we see lots of babies in your future. Cheers!
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Happy birthday to me, eh?
Hi Nichola, it's been a great day. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been fantastic. Speeches were brilliant and your dress was absolutely amazing.
And we hope that you and Chris have a really long, healthy, happy life together, and everything that you hope for in a marriage comes true.
Well, this is Hazel and this is Norberto. I don't speak English, sorry.
Congratulations, Nichola and Chris.
Muchas felicidades. Hasta la vista.
Nichola and Chris, we'd like to wish you all the best. Thank you very much for inviting us, and we've had a really lovely time.
And I'm saying the same as well.
Hi Chris and Nichola, Scotia Amy here.
This has been the perfect day for the most perfect couple, and we both wish you a happily ever after.
Hi Chris and Nichola, just want to wish you all the best on your wedding day. Louise has got a few messages for you just now, and then I'm going to finish off.
Sorry, I'm dropping a cheese bomb here, but today's events become tomorrow's memories. We both wish you a lifetime of many tomorrows and many memories. We love you so much.
We'd just like to say, Chris and Nichola, it's great to see you both today. It's good to see that you found a counterpart in each other. You are one true soulmates, and also we love you both dearly and wish you all the best in a happy marriage. Thanks.
I think I want you more than want. I know I need you more than need. wanna hold you more than hold. When you stood in front of me, I think you know me more than know. And you see me more than see. I could die now more than die. Every time you look at me. Well, I've seen you in jeans with no makeup on, and I've stood there and all is your date for the prom. I'm blessed as a man to have seen you in white, but I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. No, I've never seen anything quite like you. When it's right.
Nichola, with this ring I wed you.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
Chris, with this ring I wed you.
With my body, I honour you.
With my body, I honour you.
It gives me so much pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife, and Chris, you kiss your beautiful bride. Woo!
I'm blessed as a man to have seen you in white, but I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. No, no, I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. Oh, no, no, I've never seen anything quite like you tonight. In your eyes, oh, in your eyes, in our hearts, yeah, in our hearts. Sometimes words just ain't enough for this love that's more than love. Well, I've seen you in jeans with no makeup on, and I've stood there and all is your date for the prom. I'm blessed as a man to have seen you in white, but I've never seen